For centuries, the galaxy whispered the same thing. Humans are weak, primitive, harmless. The Galactic Concordium, a collection of 17 ancient species, repeated that phrase like a sacred truth. They studied us, watched us, measured us, and concluded that humanity was nothing more than a curiosity wandering at the edge of known space. A species too emotional, too unpredictable, too chaotic to ever rise beyond their small blue world. But they never understood the truth. Humanity wasn't weak. We were simply quiet. For 200 years, we hid our real progress behind false data streams, misleading signals, and decoy satellites broadcasting primitive technology. We played the role the galaxy expected from us. Confused newcomers stumbling through space like children. But behind that mask, the real humanity prepared. We built fleets in dark space. We forged weapons in hollowed moons. We trained soldiers in deep gravity vaults and under the surface of our home world. Entire civilizations thrived unseen. Every scientist, every strategist, every engineer shared the same belief. One day, they will come for us. And when they do, we will be ready. That day came sooner than anyone predicted. Inside the celestial hall of Concordium, Supreme Archon Varel of the Threx Dominion slammed his talons on the crystalline table. Humans refuse to obey the treaty, he hissed. They've expanded past the allowed border. They mine systems marked restricted. They think themselves equal to us. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The Vithari, beings of liquid light, drifted forward. Humans are impulsive. They lack discipline. Their expansion must be contained before it becomes a threat. Contain it. That was the word they always used, as if humanity were a virus. Odysseus. A mistake in the galaxy's design. Only one species dissented the ancient Sarati, who'd watch humans with quiet fascination. Elda Sarathian, historian Alun rose from his levitating perch. You misunderstand them. A sighed gently. Humans are not like us. Their minds do not follow the patterns we expect. They learn rapidly. They adapt violently. Their potential is undefined, Burrell snarled. Potential. They are violent savages. No, Aluni replied. They are survivors. Do not corner a species built by extinction. But the council did not listen. The vote was swift, unanimous, except for Aluni. The galaxy declared that humanity must be corrected. A polite, political word for subjugation. A fleet of 60,000 ships was dispatched toward the Sol system. A cold wind passed through the council chamber, sensed by none but Alun. He whispered, "May the stars have mercy on you." Admiral Kayla Meyer stood on the bridge of the human flagship Aegis Prime as hidden quantum channels lit up across the Sol system. "Ma'am," her communications officer said, voice shaking, "we've intercepted the Concordium message." "They're coming," Kayla exhaled softly. So it begins. The room fell silent. Everyone had prepared for this day, trained for this day, lived for this day. But hearing the words still struck them like cold steel. "How large is their fleet?" she asked. The officer swallowed. 60,000 confirmed signatures, and more exiting slipspace every minute. A low, dark chuckle rumbled through the bridge. Commander Ashir Malik leaned forward. The Concordium has truly lost their mind. 60,000 ships. Against us? Kayla gave him a look. They think we're still the same species. They met 2 centuries ago. They're in for a surprise, Admiral. Kayla turned to the crew. Her voice was steady, calm, almost too quiet. For 200 years, humanity pretended. We hid. We misled. We played the role of the ignorant child because we knew this day would come. She stepped forward, eyes reflecting the star map. Our ancestors fought with sticks. Their descendants walked on the moon. Their children crossed the solar system. And we, she pointed, toward the fleet markers approaching Sol, are the ending of that story. Her voice darkened. Activate the Black Shield Protocol. The crew froze. Every person knew what that meant. Humanity would stop hiding, spread the signal to all inner colonies. Kaila commanded, and prepare the shadow fleets for emergence. A whisper passed through the ship like a wave. It's time. The Concordium believed humans had only 50 ships. In truth, that number was off by 5 digits. Inside the Oort cloud, space itself rippled as thousands of pitch-black vessels decloaked ships made of classified alloys, with no mass signature, no emission trail, and no visible surface. The shadow fleets, built for one purpose: to fight a war humanity hoped would never come. At the same time, the Earth's moon opened like a mechanical flower, revealing weapon platforms capable of tearing stars apart. Mars ignited with defense grids older than most Concordium civilizations. Jupiter's orbit darkened as vast constructs uncoiled, absorbing energy from the giant below. Humanity's disguise was falling away. One of the human technicians whispered as they watched the displays. They always saw us as children, because they never understood how fast children grow. The Concordium fleet arrived at the edge of the Sol system with ceremonial arrogance. Their ships broadcast a simple message on all channels: human vessels, power down and surrender. Resistance is considered a hostile act against the Council. On the bridge of the Concordium flagship Exemplar, Admiral Vorel spread his wings triumphantly. See, they do not respond. They are terrified. But a moment later, a calm, impossibly steady voice cut through every channel. This is Admiral Kayla Meyer of the Terran Sovereign Defense. You are trespassing in human territory. Vorel laughed cruelly. Or what? Human. You will throw rocks at us. Kayla's response was chillingly unemotional. No. We will simply stop hiding. In an instant, every human installation across the solar system activated. The sun pulsed. Once artificially manipulated, the Concordium fleet froze. Their sensors short-circuited. Gravity rippled unnaturally. Slipspace routes collapsed. Then the darkness came. Human ships emerged silently from the void like wraiths. Sleek, featureless, terrifying in their simplicity. The first Concordium officer to speak trembled. Admiral, there are thousands, tens of thousands. They were cloaked. They were waiting for us. Vorel's wings folded tight. Impossible. Humans don't have this technology, but they always had. And now the galaxy was seeing it. The human fleet did not open with a barrage. They opened with a message, a final warning. You came to correct us, Kayla said softly. Now we correct you. A single human ship, smaller than anything the Concordium deployed, fired a beam of compressed dark matter energy. One shot. 1 second. One Concordium. Dreadnought. Erased. Silently. Without explosion. Without debris. Hustugone, the galaxy had never seen such a weapon. Panic erupted across the enemy fleet. What are these humans? Why weren't we told this shouldn't be possible? Vorel shouted. Return fire! All ships! But every beam, missile, and plasma bolt simply bent around human vessels as if reality itself refused to touch them. Admiral Kaler watched calmly, phase the fleet. End. This human ships, blurred, vanished, reappeared behind enemy lines, tearing through the Concordium with beautiful, terrifying precision. No wasted movement, no hesitation, no mercy. Only necessity. Within minutes, a fleet of 60,000 ancient ships was reduced to less than 1,000. Not destroyed, disabled. Humanity was not cruel, just efficient. As disabled Concordium ships drifted helplessly, Kayla opened a system-wide broadcast. Humanity never sought war, but you forced our hand. You saw our kindness as weakness, our silence as fear, our patience as surrender. Her voice echoed like thunder. You wanted to correct us. Now understand, humanity is not the galaxy's child. We are its reckoning. We are the species that refuses extinction. Suppose it, and we are done hiding. When the surviving Concordium leaders were brought before the Terran Council, they expected punishment. They expected dominance. Instead, Kayla offered something else. The war is over, she said. But we will not enslave you. We will not destroy you. We will rebuild the galaxy with you. Alun, the lone dissenter of the Concordium vote, bowed deeply. I warned them, he whispered. Humanity is not a threat unless threatened. Kayla nodded. Spread that message. A new era begins today. And so, the galaxy learned a lesson older than their civilizations. Never underestimate a species that evolved by surviving extinction events. Humans did not rise in peace. Humans did not grow in comfort. Humans did not ascend through mercy. We came from a world that tried endlessly to kill us, and we learned from it. As the galaxy recovered, humanity stepped into the light as a guardian species. Still frightening, still unpredictable, still driven by emotions. The Concordium barely understood, but now they knew one truth. Humans were not monsters. Humans were not conquerors. Humans were not weak. Humans were prepared, and from that day on, whenever the stars whispered, they whispered a new phrase. Do not awaken humanity. They are always watching.